What's up YouTube, we're back into my builder and today we got the most accurate Kobe Bryant build you can make on NBA 2K26. Take it from me, let's go. Alright, so when I say an accurate Kobe Bryant build, I really mean it. We're going for exact measurements. Shooting guard, 6'6", 210 and then 6'11 wingspan. Now I do have to say I can make this build of 210 in weight, but you guys won't be able to get the 86 speed with ball. So I can make it, but I decided to go down to 195 just so we can get the 86 speed with ball and then get that gold lining launch. That's the only one thing I had. That's the only thing I changed about this build that like doesn't really change the accuracy of a Kobe build. You just went down 15 pounds or 20 pounds, which is not that deep, but it's just so we get the gold lightning launch, because otherwise 85 and it's like why not just go down and get the 86, you feel me? But it's still 6'11, it's still 6'6, it's still shooting guard, and you'll see later on how it's accurately Kobe Bryant. Now moving on, let's go. Now let's get started. I do have a screenshot once again so I don't forget the stats, but I want to start off with perimeter defense. I gave this build 85 perimeter defense. Right, this is pretty accurate in terms of Kobe Bryant. Prime Kobe Bryant was an all defensive first team, so 85 perimeter defense is really good. Now the next thing I want to move to is the steal. I've seen a lot of builds on YouTube have this build with about 73 steal, and I kind of understand why they do 73 steal to get a silver interceptor. I'm going with 85, right? We're going for 85 steal, 85 perimeter defense, getting us gold interceptor and silver glove, and then the 85 perimeter defense gets us really good badges once we fill in obviously the other attributes. I'm then gonna move on to your shooting, and this build doesn't get higher than 89 mid-range, and I think that's enough. You feel me? I can go to 91. I can't really go to 91 right now because I would have to take down the wingspan. I'm not taking down the wingspan. I'm keeping the wingspan at 6'11 to make it accurate. We're gonna go for 89 mid-range and then 83 three-pointer. That's the most Kobe Bryant thing. A high mid-range, a decent three-pointer. Like, he was a decent three-point shooter, but he was a very good mid-range shooter. And I think in 2K terms, 89 mid-range makes you elite, in my opinion. Now, the next thing I want to move on to is your playmaking attributes. I'll get to the finishing in a minute. Playmaking attributes, we're going for 71 pass accuracy. I could have done 76. I just don't think a Kobe Bryant build needs a 76 pass accuracy, in my opinion. He gets framed as a bad playmaker and a bad passer. He was a decent playmaker, but he never really liked to pass the ball. So we're going to go for 71 because we can't really afford to go for 76 anyways. Reason being is we're going for 85 ball handle, right? So we're going for 85 ball handle and 86 speed with ball to get that gold lightning launch, not silver. All right, so we get the gold lightning launch with 86 speed with ball, and we get your handles for days. We're gonna get that to gold because we're going into physicals next. Silver unpluckable, and then yeah, let's go to physicals real quick. So the build is looking more complete. We're going for 78 vertical. Reason being, I'm doing this again kind of randomly. Let's go back. Let's go back to finishing. You'll see why we're doing 78 vertical. It's because we're doing 87 driving dunk. I really wanted to get it to 89. I just couldn't afford because it would take down so many other things. And I think with cap breakers, you guys can easily take it to 89 to get your pro contact dunks and stuff like that. I think 87 is respectable. I really wanted it to be 89 though, but right off the bat, I couldn't do that. The very interesting thing about this build, so we're going for 75 close shot, 75 driving layup. But the very interesting thing about this build is that I gave it 79 post control, right? We all know what Kobe is. We all know what he does. That mid-range, post mid-range game is elite. And for me to put that into the game, we went for 79 post control. This would allow us to get gold post fade phenom and then silver post up poet. I would want it to be at gold. For me, I would love to have post up poet on gold, but I would need to take up post control to 87 and I can't do that. So silver for now is enough. You have max plus ones and max plus twos, cap breakers and stuff like that. This build can become elite. It's already elite, but it can become really good once you add your cap breakers and your max plus ones and max plus twos. But we're not done yet because it's a 97 overall right now. We need to take up agility to 77. I couldn't do any higher than that just so I can get silver on-ball minutes. I really wanted it to be in the 80s, but reason being is I'm going for 73 strength so I can get the gold strong handle and be solid defensively. Because you guys know without strength, you will not be able to get the bumps and you will not be able to be as dominant as you want on defense. Now, right off the bat, when you look at this build, you may have some complaints. The one thing you might be saying, oh, interior defense is low. You just don't want to waste attributes on it. You just don't want to waste your attribute on such useless thing right now in 2K. Because this contest is not going to be there regardless. The other thing is block. I never make a build without a high block. But for me to try and make the most accurate Kobe Bryant build I can make, I can't just sacrifice something as important as like finishing or like shooting just to put my block up. I put my perimeter defense up, I put my steal up. To me, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? You can, I mean, what you can do is you can do this. You can take this down to 73. like I said earlier, and then take your block up. But even then, I don't think you'll get, yeah, you'll get it. You even get this, right? You even get this, but we don't have interior defense. And then you have to put your interior defense up, and then, oh, you got your gold off-ball pest and bronze paint control. Like, come on, how is that important? Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things. So I suggest that you stick to what I did, which is minimum block, 85 perimeter defense, 85 steal. We're not done yet because something changed. What changed? Okay, right there. There you go. And then we finish it off with a 70 free throw. No, it was a 76. So what went up? I think rebounding. Yeah, rebounding went up. And again, rebounding is another thing. You just don't rebound on a shooting guard build. You might actually, to be honest, I have a 6'4" build with 55 rebounding, and I average about 3 to 4 rebounds a game. So if you really want to rebound, like, go ahead, bro. Do you know what I mean? I made a mistake. It is a 76 free throw. Because we have 878 vertical. Something changed. What happened? Hey, it's the close shot, right? Oh, to be fair though, like this is cool. Yeah, it is the close shot. This takes us up to 76. This is the build. Essentially, that's the build I came up with. I really think it's the most accurate Kobe build. And it's pretty good in terms of all around, being all around. Like, you can dribble at an elite level. In 2K, you know right now, you can dribble with 85, 86. Insanely easy, right? Because you have all the good SIGs. 71 pass AC is very good. I use 71 on other builds. My 6'4" has 76. So what makes you think on a 6'8" or a 6'6", I would put anything higher than 71? You know what I mean? You just don't need it. 85 perimeter defense is very respectable. Especially that you're pairing it up with 73 strength. Like, this is a very good combo because you have immovable forcer, you have your strong handle for your playmaking, and then your 85 steal gets you gold interceptor and silver glove. I haven't tested 85 steal because I do 73. So I'm assuming this is going to be good because I get a lot of steals with 73. So I can imagine 85 being elite. And then you have your 87 drive and dunk, which is very good. I would say, like, when you get your cap breakers, the first thing you should look at is your drive and dunk. Get it to 89 as soon as possible. So then you can have your pro contact dunks. And then this build becomes like, yeah, you can't stop it. You know what I mean? Because your mid-range is there, your three-pointer is there. We all know you don't need to shoot threes with like a high three-pointer. You just need the badges. Once you have the badges, you're straight. You have your bronze limitless, which what most people go for anyways. Your gold set shot is crazy. Shifty and Deadeye on silver are insane. And like, to be honest, you can specialize in shooting. And then once you specialize in shooting, this build becomes even better because then you have, you know what I'm saying, either legend set shot or gold or Hall of Fame set shot with like Hall of Fame Deadeye, or maybe you want to go for gold limitless, maybe you want to go for Hall of Fame Shifty. You can just choose. Like, the combinations are limitless. Do you know what I mean? And then finishing wise, 75 layup is like more than enough. You can go like 85 layup is one of those things where it's just extra. Like 75 is the sweet spot. You know what I mean? 87 drive and dunk I mentioned earlier. 79 post control is something that's like not a lot of builds have, and you're gonna find out why it's good in the game, because them post fades, your post fade phenom on gold, that's gonna save you a lot of possessions. And then I mentioned earlier, your playmaking is very good, and then your speed at 86 is more than enough. I couldn't have gone for 85 because I wanted the 86 speed with ball. So this is like hand in hand, goes together. So we had to go for 86 speed. If you really want, once you have cap breakers, put it on agility, in my opinion. If you can get your agility to a 79, then that's great. If you can get it to an 80, that's amazing. Strength, you can't really touch it, that's the max. And then this you won't need any higher because we won't go for the 93 contact dunks anyways, so you don't need 80 vertical. In terms of when we click options and go to the name, you're gonna see Kobe Bryant first. 010, 11 Kobe Bryant. That was a very good version of Kobe. To be honest, at that point he was aging, but that was the year after they won a chip. So like literally they won 2 back-to-back, 09, 010, and then 011 Dallas won it. So that was like still a very good version of Kobe. You get Jerry Stackhouse, which you get an all-time version, still a good player. And then you also get 16, 17 Jimmy Butler. I was looking to get like an MJ in this, but I just couldn't get an MJ. For some reason he wouldn't come up. A two-way mid-range high flyer. Is there any other name that could describe Kobe Bryant? Like, tell me. A two-way defender, a mid-range beast, and a high flyer. Prime Kobe Bryant, young Kobe Bryant was a high flyer. You get me? So like, this is very, very accurate. In terms of, if we move my webcam, one thing you will see with this build is you won't have a lot of Hall of Fame badges because it's very all around. And if you want to specialize in something and you want to get to Hall of Fame, then you have to sacrifice something else. And that's not what a Kobe Bryant build is. You know what I'm saying? So your go-to badges are your gold set shot, gold lightning launch, and then gold interceptor. Very good combo. Top attributes: A- mid-range, A- driving dunk, and a B+ speed or ball. I don't know why, because your defense is B+, your perimeter defense, but it just doesn't come up. It would come up, you know what I mean? It's still a B+. Now, in terms of your strengths, your bucket from mid, like it's nothing, of course. A poster waiting to happen, of course. You've seen the stats. Forces defense to sprint back. You're a fast break demon. 86 speed, like, is very, very underrated about this build, is the 86 speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, on my 6'4", I have 86 speed. So on a 6'6", that's gonna be amazing. Elite pace with tight handle. Bro, you just don't understand what you're making when it comes to this build. By the way, before I get to that, because I'm gonna ramble a lot about this build, the weaknesses, no big weaknesses to report. And you know, when you have this as your weakness, that means the build is very good. You know what I'm trying to say? But I want to go back because, like, you just don't understand something. You just don't understand how underrated an elite 85 and 86 ball handle and speedable is. Like, that is more than enough. The only reason you should be going for 90s is if you want a small guard and you want the curry dribbles. That's the only reason you should be going for 90s. This is what most people do. You'll be an idiot, excuse that, if you put it any higher, you know what I'm trying to say? Because you're just wasting attributes. We're gonna test this build after this, show you guys why this build is really good. But if you have any issues with this build, let me know in the comments. I just don't think there's any weakness when it comes to this build, for real. Like, I'm being very honest. I guess block. You can have block at 74 and like higher than that. You might not even get a block again. Because nowadays there's something in 2K where if you block someone, they call a foul on you. So it's like one of those things. I'm just gonna be playing my part on the perimeter. If he drives by me, I got my big man. You know what I'm trying to say? But my perimeter is my go-to field. You feel me? 85 steal, interception, glove, all of that. Like, that's really good stuff. If we look at your tier 1 badges for your max plus 1s and max plus 2s, there's a lot of very good badges like that you can work with. If I'm you and I have the max plus 1s and 2s, my 2 badges that I would want to get to Hall of Fame or Legend is set shot, because it's set shot because you can get set shot to Legend if you want. If you're all the way down in your season pass and you have your max plus 1s and 2s, I keep doing that by accident, you can get your challenger to Hall of Fame. Just imagine that for a second. Do you know what I mean? If you can get challenger to Hall of Fame and then set shot to Hall of Fame, amazing. What else do you need? Those are the 2 badges I would look at if I'm you and I have my max plus 1 and 2s. So when it comes to your tier 2 badges, there's 2 badges that I would look at. If you really want, Diamond is always important. For me, like, Diamond is very important. So if you want to put that up to gold, then that's great. You have your post Fate Phenom in tier 2. That's a very underrated badge to have in tier 2. If you can get that to Legend with your max plus 2 on tier 2, that'd be crazy. You know what I mean? That'll be very easy, because then your green window is going to be crazy. No contest. You're just going to be elite. There's not a lot of other badges that are important. I guess like layup mix master if you want. Float game. Like, that badge is so glitchy and underrated. And the floaters this year are very, very good. So if you can get this to like gold, maybe start doing floaters. Even though Kobe doesn't do it as much, he does do floaters though. That'll be very elite as well. So don't get it twisted. You have so many options when it comes to your badges. Just trust me, make this build, you will not be disappointed. Or just go make the 6A like every other person on 2K. If you want to be slightly different, make a 6-6, you know what I mean? All right, so we're back with the animations. I didn't want to waste too much time because I was picking out the right animations for you guys to use. We had a lot of stuff. So pro contact dunks of 1 and 2, alley-oops of 1, contact alley-oops, pro contact alley-oops, and then regular alley-oops, pro, elite, and you can even do Zion, but I didn't equip it. You can get Jaylen Brown, Anthony Edwards, Michael Jordan, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter. Those are very, very good packages. You just won't be able to get Kobe because Kobe requires 92 driving dunk. I guess the only one that you don't get that's really good is like Ja, Levine, and then Malik Monk. Those are pretty good. But you have very good ones. Anthony Edwards, Tracy McGrady, MJ, Vince Carter. Very solid dunk packages. Again, I mentioned you get contact dunks of 1 pro, but you just need the 89. That's when you add your cap breakers, right? So, ooh, I almost sold it. Right, and then your animations, those are the animations you should be choosing, in my opinion. You only get fundamental dribble style, pass style, which is definitely fine. Zach LaVine dribble style, pro signature sizer, Devin Booker breakdown. The fact that you get Devin Booker on a 6'6" is pretty broken. Escape move, of course, Jimmy Butler. Combo moves, this is personal. I like pro. Other people use different stuff. Crossover, Lonzo Ball, has to be Lonzo Ball. Behind the back, Kobe White. Elite that you get Kobe White as well. Steve Nash spin, Kobe White hesitation, and then step back Vince Carter. You need the step back Vince Carter, you know what I mean? Triple threat Kobe, and then flashy pass. I don't really care about that. This stuff right here is all preference, but I did put the Kobe dribble pull up. I guess I'll change these because I haven't done it. Hop jumper Kobe, and then you get Paul George layup style, which is really good. I'm not gonna create a jump shot right now because I don't really know. I'm not gonna lie, I did lie. This jump shot is very, very good. I got it off of YouTube from somebody, but MPJ base, Baluba release 1 and 2, push 3/4 speed. Very good jump shot for 6'6" to 6'8", I think. We're taking it into the freestyle. The fact that you get like this right here, this one right, this D-book breakdown combo, like this one, the fact that you get that one is crazy. You get the escapes from Jimmy Butler. You also get the Vince Carter step back. Did I change the jump shot? I'm not sure. Did I change the jump? That is not my jump shot. That's what I'm saying. This game is like, there you go. That's the jump shot equipped. It was Ray Allen. That's why I'm thinking that is not MPJ's jump shot. As you can see, it is butter. I don't tempo shoot, so for me, that's why I'm like a little inconsistent. I don't tempo shoot. I use push, but you guys can see, bro, the mid-range, like 89 mid-range, you should not be struggling with 89 mid-range. I'm struggling right now, but you know what I mean. 87 driving dunk is more than enough. You can hit a little combo and then get into your dunk. The Kobe White behind the back is also really good, so you can do that and then go back between the legs. Ezzy. I brought it back by accident, like this, hey, and then he's gone basically. Like it's just misdirection. You should always look to get into your mid-range, so like this and then into your mid-range. Guys, the legit build. I'm not gonna waste too much time into testing it, but it's a legit build. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not BSing here. It's a very good build. We say it's a two-way mid-range high flyer, shades of 10, 11 Kobe Bryant. How accurate should a build be? You feel me? But for the most part, that's the build I wanted to show you guys. We did test it out a little bit with the jump shots. I showed you guys the decent animations that you should be looking at. But yeah, man, for the most part, this is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any changes to the build, if you want to make any changes to the build. And let me know if you do make it, because if you do make it, shout me out. This is a very good build. I might make it myself. You never know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and sub. We're very close to 1.5k subs. So let's hit that this month, or maybe next month, or just maybe let's hit it anytime soon. I'll catch you guys soon, bro. Peace.